There's a few things going on in the world that people aren't paying attention to, and I'm not surprised. The following empires are falling apart: the USA, France, Italy, and the UK. They are falling apart. The new empires will be India, China, Russia in BRICS, and conservative capitalist elites. That means the people that own BlackRock, own British Petroleum, that own British Gas, that own, large chunks of Rupert Murdoch's industry, people that own Disney, people that own gold, silver, lithium, cobalt, mercury. Chinese dictatorship own and guard around 37 cobalt mines. Now, France, the UK, the USA, Italy, and Israel own the Congo and Sudan, and they deliberately destabilize it like they do with the Middle East. Now, people are dying in the Congo and Sudan, and they've been dying for decades. The reason you don't know this is because the conservatism elites are much worse than the Zionists. They've owned mainstream media longer than we've lived. They've owned them centuries. A select group of rich royals around the world, that's the Saudi royals, the Qatar royals, or their dictatorships through oil. Fossil fuels are a toxic product, and the byproduct makes toxic plastic, and some petroleum is in medication and foods, such as cheaper noodles. Yeah, cheap noodles will sometimes have petroleum in it. And basically, they, from the great British Empire, have long-term relationships with the Saudi princes and the other Middle Eastern dictatorships and oil princes and royals. All royal families work together, all ex-empires work together. There was a relationship with frenemies, China, Russia, and India. Yet China, Russia, and India want to go back to the olden days as well, when they had empires and Ming dynasties and stuff like that. The new empires aren't going to be nice either. This is the reason for the Ukraine war, Gaza slaughtering. Taiwan will be invaded between now and 2025 because China needs Taiwan just to show dominance, but also Taiwan make all electronic chips. All electronic chips for your nukes, for your missiles, for your phones, and for future technology. Tesla, Elon Musk, is best buddies with BRICS, especially China. He has to suck up to them because he's a very corrupt guy. And he needs the cobalt that 37 mines are guarded by Chinese dictatorship. AP News last year said an African man was found outside of a mine killing Chinese people. They figured out that South Africa and Brazil and Africa are going to be screwed for their minerals by India, Russia, China, and the conservatism elite capitalists. Now, this is why NATO and the West, Canada, Australia, Japan, New Zealand, and such countries, South Korea, are going to be sticking with the West, fighting BRICS, the USA petrodollar, the USA industrial complex, the UK London banking system, and the UK military complex, the French military complex. They're going to be losing money to Russia, India, China, Iran, and it's the first that can get Palestine, because Palestine has the largest ground gas in Gaza, found in 2018 to 2019, licensed in 2019 by the Israeli state for British Petroleum and other companies to dig up Gaza. COVID-19 locked down the world. This delays the Ukraine invasion. The Gaza slaughtering, Hamas is just an excuse. Hamas has always been an excuse. The Israeli state and allies created Hamas. The Israeli state and allies funded Hamas. It's the first come, first served. And Israel is friends with India, Russia, and China. Don't be fooled. Russia, China, and India are not the good guys. It's first whoever can get hold of it. The West with Israel, and they'll get the gas, or it will be BRICS, Russia, China, India, that go and get Palestine, and then they will steal the gas, and they might even make a seaport to challenge the Egyptian canal. So I would get rid of the USA dollar if I was you. I would stop going, if you can, to any big corporate business. Spend locally, save, refuse to go out, because we're being played for a traditional world war. The West, falling empires versus the new empires, BRICS, India, Russia, China, and conservatism, capitalists. So don't let them take the war past Gaza and Ukraine, because if it goes to Taiwan and beyond, none of us will be living a comfortable life. Personally, you should arrest every conservatism, elite, establishment, political party, politician. They're corrupt as fuck. Their foundations are corrupt. They go back hundreds of years. Arrest every dictator. Put out arrest warrants for every dictator. Put out arrest warrants for Tony Blair, Peter Mandelson, George Bush, Boris Johnson, Rishi Sunak, David Cameron, Theresa May, Michael Gove, Dominic Cummings, Steve Bannon, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Netanyahu and his entire government, Iran, Russia, China, North Korea. If you don't, they'll all be dragging us to war, because a new empire has to do this. It has to crush the old empire. And it doesn't do that with just money and gold. Russia and China have been buying a shitload of gold and silver, the largest in history of the gold and silver reserves. They have been doing this for at least 3 or 4 years now. The new empire won't be nice, because they're run by dictatorships and corrupt conservatism. Cancerous. Conservatism is cancerous. It's a me attitude. Elon Musk a bad guy, Donald Trump a bad guy, Boris Johnson a bad guy, Bibi a bad guy, Tony Blair a bad guy, Jacob Rees-Mogg a bad guy, Michael Gove a bad guy, Theresa May a bad guy, David Cameron a bad guy, Steve Bannon a bad guy, Dominic Cummings is a bad guy, the Rothschilds family a bad guy, the head of BlackRock are bad people, the head of British Petroleum are bad people, the head of British Gas are bad people. They are all working together to steal the Palestinian Gaza, largest ground gas found in the world, and empires are fighting each other, old and new. Wake up.